What if the next K-pop comeback you've been saving for suddenly costs 25% more? Overnight? With an August 1st deadline looming, that's the reality staring down every US fan after former President Donald Trump vowed to slap a blanket tariff on all South Korean imports, albums and lightsticks included. Trump's July 7th pledge was blunt. No exceptions, 25% across the board. That means the $25 album in your cart rockets to about $31.25 before shipping. Multiply that by every version, every photocard set, your wallet feels it fast. But the sticker shock was only the first wave. Within hours, terror-fresh videos flooded TikTok. Collectors stacking crates of sealed albums, beauty gurus hoarding K skincare before shelves empty. Korean customs data show Americans bought nearly $292 million in physical albums last year. So each frantic haul makes a dent in already thin inventories. And while fans cleared carts, diplomats scrambled. Seoul dispatched Finance Minister Koo Yoon-cheol to Washington on July 29th, followed by emergency talks with U.S. Treasury on July 31st. Word leaked of a possible 15% compromise, mirroring a deal Japan just accepted. But with hours left, nothing is signed. If the clock runs out, the fallout could rewrite the industry's playbook. Physical albums aren't trinkets, they're chart fuel, tour perks, and agency lifelines. HYBSM and YG are lobbying hard for a culture carve-out. Yet insiders say Trump's camp remains unmoved. If duties stick, labels may pivot to U.S. pressing plants, jack bundle prices, or push digital perks over physical packs. Either way, collectors face rare and pricier photo cards. So here's the question. Will August 1st mark the moment K-pop merch became a luxury in the States? Or will a 15% truce cool the frenzy just in time? Drop your coping strategies below, smash that subscribe so you don't miss the final verdict, and until the ink is dry, may your bias pull stay strong and your bank account stronger. One scribbled autograph just detonated a full-scale fan war. A photo from a soldier's rec hall shows NewJeans signatures beside a note asking fellow troops to take care of our Taeyong Appa. Did the rookie queens really slip past military gates to visit BTS's V? Or is the internet running wild again? Let's unpack the evidence in minutes. Posted on July 29, 2025, the shot shows a bare concrete wall, a cluster of idol signatures, and that single handwritten message. No timestamp, no selfie, no second angle, just ink that set timelines ablaze. But an autograph alone doesn't prove a midnight rendezvous. Military policy is strict. During basic training, 0 civilian visitors. After graduation, anyone outside immediate family needs rare command approval. Moving 5 teenage idols through security without a media trail? That would be front page news, not a stealth mission. So if they didn't walk in, how did the message get there? Quiet courier. HYB staffer hand delivered the note during an approved supply run. Keepsake relic. The writing dates back to an earlier event and was later pinned to the wall. Secret visit. The girls somehow got clearance and signed it in person, juiciest yet least likely. Fans split instantly, but the next twist only poured fuel on the fire. Within hours, protect NewJeans and respect Taeyong trended worldwide. Armies claimed clout chasing. Bunnies cried overreaction. Korean commenters mostly shrugged. It's just an autograph. Yet English language threads churned out TikTok slideshows christened confirmed. And the people who could end the debate stayed silent. Both labels issued the same 2 words. No comment. Military spokespeople cited privacy. In the absence of facts, clickbait headlines multiplied, and every refresh pumped fresh ad revenue into the rumor mill. So where does that leave us? Was it a covert base visit? A manager's delivery? Or a souvenir from months ago? Nobody outside the barracks can say for sure. What's undeniable is how one line of ink sparked global outrage, and reminded us that in K-pop, mystery sells faster than truth. Got your own theory? Drop it below, but keep it respectful because the wall isn't talking anytime soon. HYBE's money maze scandal. When tax agents stormed HYBE's glass tower on July 29, 2025, they weren't chasing loose receipts. They were hunting a vanished 4.1 billion Korean wons. 5 days earlier, police had already raided the same building over an IPO fraud probe tied to founder Bang Si-hyuk. 1 week, 2 warrants and 1 burning question. Where did NewJeans craft and money really go? July 24th, Seoul police execute a search and seizure at HYBE HQ, digging into claims Bang misled pre-IPO investors and reaped massive gains later. July 29th, the National Tax Service lists HYBE among 27 firms in a special audit run by Investigation Bureau 4, dispatching inspectors to Yongsan that same morning. Last year, Krafton paid 10 billion Korean wons, is almost equal to $7.2 M, to embed NewJeans inside PUBG. Yet internal filings show HYBE IM, a software arm, booking 4.1 billion Korean wons of that fee money fandoms insist belong to ADOR, NewJeans label. Leaked docs claim HYBE later returned 1.6 billion Korean wons after corrections, but left the bulk unaccounted for. HYBE hasn't addressed the leak publicly. Investigators are now comparing intercompany splits to the real flow of cash. Police quietly cleared former auditor Oh Min Hee-jin of breach of trust allegations 2 weeks before the double raids. HYBE vowed to appeal, but the timing fueled theories that the label had targeted her to mask deeper accounting tricks. With Min legally vindicated for now, critics asked. If not her, who's steering the shortcuts? Police probe. Did Bang manipulate share sales ahead of Hybe's 2020 IPO, pocketing hundreds of billions of won? Tax probe. Did Hybe hide or misclassify revenue across subsidiaries to dodge taxes and juice earnings? Bureau 4 examines every ledger line, focusing on transactions like the craft and split. Penalties could range from steep surcharges to criminal referrals. Stock price shocks and sponsor hesitation are already visible. K-netizens blasted execs as gangsters for taking so much money, while others urged caution until filings surface. The debate made Korean won 4.1 billion trend harder than some comeback teasers, proving that in 2025, spreadsheet sleuths can dent a billion-won brand in hours. Artists caught in the crossfire face delayed releases and twitchy advertisers. Hybe's reputation machine now fights on two fronts, courtrooms and comment sections. A ledger-sized cliffhanger. What we know. A police raid for IPO fraud, a tax raid for hidden profits, and a disputed 4.1 billion Korean wons routed through Hybe IM. What we don't. Whether those books reveal clever synergy or outright siphoning. If the ledgers balance, Hybe pays back taxes and resets. If they don't, one misplaced one could topple K-pop's largest empire. Until the next filing drops, the mystery of the missing billions is far from over. And every refresh of the news feed writes another line in Hybe's money maze. Picture this. You're doom scrolling before bed when 3 glossy photos from Boy Next Door's golden boy and slam onto your feed. Red bandana gripping his forehead, diamond grills sparkling under studio lights, shades so reflective they look like tiny mirrors to another universe. You double tap, maybe even squeal. And then the comments explode. Copycat. Wannabe. Bro, you'll never be Tarzan. In the time it takes to blink, a fashion flex turns into a fandom firestorm. So, did Tan really hijack rookie rebel Tarzan's entire persona? Or has the internet jury pounced before checking the receipts? Stick around, you may switch sides more than once. Shortly after 11 p.m. Korea Standard Time on July 28, 2025, Taeyeon uploads 3 studio snaps to Boy Next Door's official X, formerly Twitter. Within minutes, likes climb past 200K. But at the 40-minute mark, a spiky quote tweet steals the show. Cool shot, but you'll never be Tarzan. Screenshots of Tarzan in a near-identical get-up, bandana, braids, grills start dropping like confetti. Hashtag #AN /_copied / Tarzan catapults into Korea's top 10 before midnight, hauling 6 million impressions in its first 12 hours. Fans who were screaming King an hour earlier are suddenly typing paragraphs about plagiarism. But that was only the opening act. Meme accounts waste zero time. They splice Tan's pics beside Tarzan's teaser posters, slap drill beats underneath, and post looping TikToks captioned stolen swag. The clips rack up 1 million views before sunrise. Overseas stan Twitter joins the fray. Thai, Pinoy, and Latin American fans volley their own edits, pushing the debate worldwide. One savage shade tweet, borrowed everything but the controversy, hits 38K likes by breakfast. Yet the internet forgot one thing. Tan's fans were hoarding receipts, the receipts that flipped the narrative. Enter the archivists. A Boy Next Door defender digs up a March 2024 V Live where Tan flashes the very same custom grills during a board queue /&A. Another user unearths November 2024 backstage photos from Mama Day 1. Bandana, braids, identical mean mug pose. A full timeline thread appears, proving Tan sported the look 7 months before Tarzan ever stepped into a public spotlight. Suddenly, hashtag Tae in original trends. One fan snaps. He's been flexing this since the Stone Age. Stop rewriting history. But the plot thickens because Tarzan has his own storm brewing. Just 24 hours earlier, a leaked TikTok had surfaced. Tarzan rapping along to Playboy Cardi, lips seeming to mouth a slur. The clip detonates faster than a firecracker. K-forums demand accountability. American fans debate whether it's intentional or a slip. That black label stays silent, fueling rage. Now critics claim Han wasn't copying style, he was copying controversy. The battlefield gets messier. Is this about fashion, cultural appropriation, or both? Still, there's a bigger pattern nobody's talking about. Rewind a decade. G-Dragon's cornrows ignite a cultural appropriation debate in 2013. Jump to 2021. Idol B flashes grills in a teaser and splits the internet. Every few years a new act taps the same edgy hip-hop toolbox, bandanas, baggy denim, braided styles, hoping to court Western buzz. Critics argue labels recycle these tropes without grasping the culture's weight, while fans bicker over who owns a vibe. Tan vs. Tarzan is the latest chapter in a long book, not an isolated scandal. And behind the scenes, both labels are doing the one thing that amplifies drama. KOZ Entertainment, Boy Next Door's Camp, and ABL, home of All Day Project, have offered zero statements. That hush feels louder each hour because clock hands are racing. August 20th, Boy Next Door dropped their Japanese maxi single Boy Life. If the copycat tag sticks, Japanese media could chill promotion overnight. August 23rd, All Day Project are rumored for Con LA. Tarzan's unresolved backlash could shadow their entire US debut. Industry watchers say an unaddressed image scandal can slice first-week physical sales by up to 30%, enough to derail a comeback. Silence isn't always golden. Sometimes it's gasoline. All eyes are now on the next 20 days. So who's the real trendsetter here? If Han wore grills first, the plagiarism claims dissolve. If Tarzan keeps piling controversies, Stolen style might become the least of anyone's worries. Until the labels speak, the courtroom is X, and its verdict flips with each refresh. Keep your feeds open because the screenshot you see tomorrow could rewrite everything you heard today. Like the ride? Smash subscribe, stay hydrated, and brace yourself. This saga's sequel might drop before your next notification ping.